Hello, this is Michaela or Studious Octopus, and I'm here today doing the June 2017 UK GlossyBox unboxing. I'm a little bit behind, as I said in my previous video. I have been sick for about 2 weeks, which kind of sucked, but I'm mostly recovered now, so I finally feel up to actually catching up with the video stuff. I still actually have my year in review to do as well for my 3rd year of GlossyBox, so that's going to be upcoming soon. But for now, the box is here, has arrived. Have a sticker for an aerosol. Pretty sure I know what it is. I haven't completely been able to avoid spoilers, unfortunately, because the boxes are all over social media, but I'll just open it up right away. I have a little card here for Batiste. Has some exciting news to share. They're coming up with a whole new line of products. Just get that over there and pull the actual box out. So this is what we're here for, the GlossyBox. Nice pink matte box. We have our regular newsletter on top, as well as a sneak peek of Louise Pentland's Wild Like Me novel. Sneak peek. Okay, fair enough. I think that's the first for GlossyBox. And then we have the usual pink paper and black ribbon there. And that is my box contents. Lots of big looking items there. But first off, I'm going to read off the newsletter we have here, and then I will go through one item at a time. So first off, dear Glossies, June tends to see us all picnicking and parking ourselves on a patch of warm grass. Along with a laid-back look, our edited products will keep your skin and hair looking effortlessly healthy. Any seasoned picnicker knows to pack a good book. Hence the book sort of sample. Look no further. Not only will you find an extra 6th product inside this month's box, we've also included an extract from Wild Like Me, which is the perfect summer read for glossies. Launching on the 29th of June, its first preview of the much anticipated book by leading blogger Louise Pentland. We aim to please all you beautiful bookworms. Evie Leatham, editorial director, GlossyBox. So yes, so it's summer. This is a suggested summer read. Let's look through the box. Do I actually have 6 items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do. That's super cool. And the first one up is this one for me. And this is the BeautyPro Black Diamond. And this looks like a black peel-off mask with activated charcoal. If you haven't seen a YouTube clip of someone peeling this mask away from their skin, only to show you a string of unplugged blackheads, yuck, where have you been? With activated charcoal to deep cleanse and balance oil, this mask is a must at least once a week. Apply a thin layer to dry skin and leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. Then once it's dry, peel it off and rinse with warm water. There's an RRP of £4.95 for 3, so I assume that's for 3 of these single-use sachets. This is obviously a single-use sachet. So that's a £5 for 3, a little under £2 for 1 face mask. That's not actually terrible value for a face mask. And it just says apply, peel off. It actually says apply to the T-zone is their suggestion, whereas the picture here obviously has someone using the whole thing. But yes, if you just wanted to use this where you specifically have blackheads, you could. And the little description on the back says an innovative black peel-off mask with activated charcoal that loosens blackheads and cleanses deep into the pores to remove impurities. This skin-rejuvenating formula clarifies and purifies while rebalancing oily areas. Literally peel the mask away to reveal fresh, clear skin. Fair enough. Oh, and we have a nice little bunny sticker against animal testing, and this is made in Korea. So there we go. Nice little single-use face mask there. And as I've said before, not going to complain about getting a face mask, would be perfectly happy to have a face mask in every single box. So next up is the 111 skin item. We had a sneak preview of this last time, and like I thought, where again, this isn't a full size, this looks like a deluxe sample. And this is the 111 Skin Space Defense Bright Eye Lift Gel. This is one of the most luxurious eye products out there. It does everything you want an eye gel to do, reducing the appearance of dark circles, minimizing puffiness and softening the appearance of fine lines, all while keeping the eye area hydrated. Use your ring finger to gently apply it around the orbital bone, so just all the way around here. RRP of £110, that'll be for the full-size product. This is only 5 millilitres. Eye creams, even quite expensive ones, tend to really at the max only be what, about 20 millilitres. So this is probably actually, even though it's a sample, a quite expensive sample, and that's from 111 Skin. And it actually looks like fairly nice sample packaging. It actually has a pump applicator. We're not getting a awkward to use sachet or anything like that. So that will be super nice to give it a go, and nice to get some good skincare items at this time of year when we're all getting sun damage from the bright sun. So next is a full-size item, and this is from Sleek, I believe. The Sleek Makeup Power Plump Lip Crayon. Nothing is more satisfying than drawing on the perfect lip colour. This pretty shade contains a lip-tingling ingredient that encourages blood to the surface of lips, making them look plumper. This is RRP of £5.50, which is pretty typical, and this is full size. It's just a nice sleek lip crayon, and Sleek is a very nice brand, very affordable, but considered pretty good by most people. I'm going to open this up. I've got some Sleek makeup myself, so I know roughly what to expect. It is nice that it's safety sealed. And this is the shade 1050 Notorious Nude. We're getting 3.6 grams. That's the pencil there. And there it is there. And this is one of the plastic style containers where you're just going to twist to get more product on. And it is a very pretty, very universally flattering nude. It is warm-ish, but not super red or pink. It's very nudie. That's very nice. That'll actually be very wearable. So there we go. Nice full-size lip crayon from Sleek. That's also super nice. Really liking the box so far. Really like those 3 items. So let's see what we get for the next 3 items. And I think it's going to be this one. This is the Himalaya since 1930 Purifying Neem Face Wash. Assuming that might be how you say it. I'm not sure. Neem has already been hailed by the health world as a wonder herb, but its antibacterial properties make it brilliant at cleansing skin too. Use morning and evening, simply massage it into damp skin, then rinse it off and pat your skin dry. I haven't heard of this herb. It sounds like it's sort of an alternative to tea tree. That's interesting. We don't have a full size sticker, but this is a pretty big size, 50 milliliters, so we're getting a deluxe sample. Chances are the full size of this will be about 100 to 200 milliliters, and it says that is worth £3.29. You enjoying yourself back there? And yeah, Himalaya Herbals Purifying Neem Face Wash, free from parabens, SLS, SLES, and phthalates, and this helps prevent pimples. It's with neem and turmeric. Interesting. And yeah, it'll give you clear, problem-free skin, soap-free daily gel wash, and removes excess oil and impurities. And they also have a mask out, so that'll be super interesting to try. I have actually never heard of this brand, and there we go. And I will have full price breakdowns in the corner and also at the end, if you were wondering. And then next up is the Batiste item that I was expecting. This is the one that I've seen pretty much everyone looks like they have one of these. And yes, it looks like it is because they are coming out with a whole bunch of different products. So this is also full size, which is 200 milliliters. It's pretty standard for Batiste. This is the Stylist Oomph Milox XXL Volume Spray. Interesting. This is like an alternative to dry shampoo. The antidote to boring hair. Whether you want a sky-high style or you require more height at the roots or crown, this creates incredible volume while also nourishing and strengthening your locks thanks to keratin and Inca Inchi oil. Mist lightly onto dry hair and massage in with your fingertips. So £4.29. The way they're also describing it actually makes it sound like a hairspray. So is this like a cross between a hairspray and a dry shampoo? New heights. Also like good for your hair. Build up gradually. Interesting. So there we go, that's a full-size Batiste volume hairspray worth £4.29, 200 milliliters. Be interesting to try that. Obviously I've tried the Batiste dry shampoo, I think most people have at some point. but I haven't actually tried any of their sort of other related items. It's nice to get a full size one. And then the final item here as well is the Manakadar Cosmetics. That's a familiar name. We've had a lash priming conditioner mascara thing off them a million years ago, and this is their Sheer Glow Illuminator. Who would say no to a little more glow? This is like liquid light when dotted along cheekbones or blended in with your usual foundation for a dewier look. We don't have a full-size price sticker, so this might not be the full size. It looks pretty big to me though. This is like a good sort of like lip gloss, lip balm size. That's like a fair size. It says RRP of £22.50 for full size, but I guess this mustn't be full size. This is 20 millilitres. It also says step 3 perfect, so clearly there's sort of a regime there that Manakadar is sort of maybe hoping you'll notice. And it's an incandescent liquid that lights up skin with all-over radiance, mixed with foundation or wet alone. Great for all skin types to provide a... it's kind of really badly printed. Let's see if I pull off the safety seal, which is nice that it's safety sealed, because I think the ingredients are printed on there. They are. That's the problem I'm having. Great for all skin types to provide a natural luminous glow. Use on face and or body to create a youthful glow and luminizing finish. Sheer genius. Get glowing. Fair enough. Does this have a shade? Not sure it does. I suspect it's just a one shade fits all type situation. I have a little nozzle applicator. So that is it there, dotted on the skin, which looks a little dark, but sometimes these liquid highlighters do when you put them first on, and then you can shear it out and it's just there. And yes, that is a lovely, more natural one. It's got tiny, tiny, tiny little bits of glitter. It's very pinky warm toned, and then you have the thing that sort of makes highlighters work, which is when they hit the light, you've got that high sheen that hits them. So that does look like a nice, light, natural, glowy highlighter, which is still quite pretty. And it also actually looks like it matches quite well with the nude lipstick. So these I suspect go quite well together. So that was the box so far. I think we got the 2 full-sized items and then the 4 that are sort of more sampley, but none of them are actually tiny samples, which is always nice to see. And then I'm just going to pop away and work out how much each thing is actually worth proportionately and what the total box value is, and I will get back to you soon. So I'm back and I've got the total box value as well as the proportionate values of a lot of the products. So the little peel-off face mask, this is £4.95 for 3 sachets. Weirdly enough, it considers each sachet 2 applications, which I'm not convinced at that point by, if that's full size and what you buy it as, that's a very good packaging decision. If you've got 3 sachets with 6 applications between them, that just sounds fiddly. It just sounds like, why didn't you just put it in a pot? That's my sort of gut feeling. But so this is worth £1.65 just for this single sachet. So it's a little more than, say, your bog standard £1 face mask, but really not expensive. Next up was the eye cream, the 111 Skin Eye Cream. £110 for the full size one, which is 15 millilitres. So we're getting a whole 1/3 of the full size. So this little eye cream is worth £36.66, roughly, which is pretty expensive and makes up a large portion of the box value in a single item. Though, as I've said before, it depends if you feel like it's worth it. Don't think it's unfair to say a lot of people wouldn't really buy a 15 millilitre eye cream that is worth £110. That's not even the luxury, that's kind of just obscene. So, and I always find those things kind of more off-putting than impressive, but it's free, obviously we pay for the subscription box. It's a sample that I will try, so £36.66. We had the lip crayon, which was full size anyway, so it was worth £5.50. The gel wash, the full size of this is 150 millilitres, so like the eye thing, we are getting a 1/3 size sample, which for a face wash is actually a pretty good size sample, which makes this proportionately worth £1.09, which is actually a really affordable face wash. And then we had the highlighter, No, sorry. Then there was the volume spray, which again was full size, so we just had a listed price of £4.29, which was fine. And then the last item is the highlighter. And with this one, I can see why the pricing for it is a little more awkward. A lot of the results you're finding for this online are for the American version, which is worth $29. I suspect is the value that they've converted. They have on the card £22.50. It's now closer to £22.80-ish, but that's the problem with a value given in dollars. The price fluctuates, and on top of that, I don't really consider these just the cost to have just the cost of the product to be the problem when you're buying foreign cosmetics. You should factor in the shipping, because you could buy a highlighter here in the UK. The shipping that it will take to get to you should be important. So obviously that's going to make this more expensive anyway, which if you're looking for a new one to continue buying, kind of not so great. And the other problem is a lot of the American websites that you do get the information off list the full size as 1 fluid ounce, because that's the measurement they use, which is about 30 milliliters, but isn't exactly 30 milliliters because fluid ounce doesn't translate perfectly across. So, but for the sake of sort of a rough estimate, I would say the full size of this is going to be about 30 milliliters, so we're getting a 2/3 sample, which makes this worth £7.50, and it looks quite pretty. But that was the 6 items, so we had 2 full size, the lip crayon and the volume spray, and 4 sort of samples, but they were all fairly large, fairly generous sized samples, and working it all out proportionately, the total box value is actually £56.69, which is a nice healthy value, way more than the £10 price of the box plus shipping, or if this is your first box even, you've gotten sort of a money off code, that's great. I'm still really happy with the box value that we've got there. And I also think actually this month, again, it's probably going to feel a bit like last month, where while a lot of the items are very nice, they're still not really nice enough proportionate to the cost of the item for me to be tempted. I suspect I'll like the sleek pencil a lot, but I know I like sleek items and it's relatively affordable. I suspect the face wash will also actually be very nice. The rest of it I will have to see how I go. So that was the box. And we also have a little bit of a sneak peek, the July sneak peek, which is right here. I'll show you it first, which is very nice looking. And this is a Happiness is This Bright Spectrum Collections fan brush inside your box next month, which I am quite looking forward to. I don't know if it's a bad thing to admit, but I actually don't have a fan brush. I've never owned a fan brush. So it'll be interesting to have a new type of brush. So that's next month, that's July. And this was June's GlossyBox, and I will see you all again next time. Hello, this is Michaela, or Studious Octopus, and I'm here today doing the May GlossyBox catch-up for 2017 in the UK. I'm a little bit back. Hello, this is Michaela.
This is Peter.
And we're playing Life is Strange.